So, kayong dalawa ni Joey, how long have you known each other?
80s pa, when I first met Joey at my father's mustache. There was this folk house then in Malate, along MH Del Pilar. And pangalan ng folk house ay My Father's Mustache.
Heard about that.
So we actually came from same genre of music, folk music.
Yeah.
So dun kami nagkakilala, and then and then hindi na kami nagkita afterwards.
Okay,
And
so
then, napapanood ko na siya noon sa
yun na nga, sa
Birdland.
yun na nga, di ba? Sa My Father's Mustache, when you were doing folk, you maintained the persona eh. Kumbaga, you stayed in that lane.
Yeah.
Did you have any inclination that Joey was going to pivot to a different genre?
I had no idea.
You had no idea?
Yeah, I had no idea.
Ikaw naman, when you were doing folk at My Father's Mustache, what was going on through your head?
Start ako ng solo nga, di ba? Then, after nun, I'm sure kilala rin, sa circle lang naman kasi ang folk music eh. So,
Yes.
pagka yung time na yon na naging kasama ko sila, yung, I don't know, sila Soy Angeles for page 4.
I've known him. Yeah.
Dos por Dos. So, naging part ako ng Dos por Dos. So, I started with solo muna. And afterwards, nag-quartet kami. Dire-diretso
O, sige.
Hindi ko na...
Dun ko sisimulan. So, solo, what made you go quartet? Because si Noel you never did a group setting, right? It was always Noel Cabangon.
Yeah, I tried also, it's still Noel Cabangon, but I tried rock music also.
Okay. Ayan na. So, ikaw, yung quartet, was it a vocal group or was it
Vocal group siya na may mga harmony.
Yeah.
Ano rin, isang circle din kami noon. Si Noel, part din siya ng circle na yun. So, Dos por Dos sila, Soy Angeles, then si Corky Quinto, then Chito Araneta, at ako. Ano yun, nakabiyahe kami ng Hong
Yes.
Kong. Yan. Nagtagal din kami ng at least siguro mga 2 years. Then afterwards, nagbanda na ako after that.
Okay. So, if you are to compare solo and being in a band, number 1. Number 2, being in a quartet and folk singing, saan ang puso mo?
Sa end ko naisip lahat yan. Yung nag-quartet solo, then quartet, then nagbanda ko. Pag nag-bounce lahat, nung end yung career ko, doon ko nalaman na bawat isa ng mga ginawa ko na yon parang naging part ng as being me now. As Joey G na nalaman ko na sa huli na lang. Alam mo yun, yung nagawa ko lahat yung mga harmony. Kasi, pag quartet ka, merong bibigay sa'yo si Soy na boses eh.
Yeah.
So, alam ni Noel kasi wala pang dadon, meron ng new don eh.
Oo nga pala.
Pangalan ng group na New
Yes,
Dawn.
yes.
So, alam niyo yung mga harmony na ang boses mo, bigyan ka ng boses ni Soy. So, alam mo yung ang soloista kasi talagang solo ko eh, di ba? Ito, may harmony ka, so bigay kanya-kanya kayong parang Manhattan Transfer.
Right.
Parang ganun.
And you have to stay in that lane, di
Yeah.
ba?
Yeah.
Kumbaga, like, ito, sige, since sinuro ka ni Joey dito sa part na to, when you were doing New Dawn, were you writing songs already?
No, or all covers. We were, it was a group in New Dawn, it's trio. Tapos mga Peter, Paul and Mary, mga ganun yung mga kanta namin. Kingston Trio. It's really old folk music, American folk music. Walang original
When did you start writing?
Well, actually, I started writing professionally, no?
And what triggered it, ha? When you started writing professionally, what triggered it?
Well, actually, I was an activist.
Okay.
And my songs were, I started writing songs about
What's
happening,
the social climate.
So
no?
yeah. So doon ako nagsimula nun. And then I became an activist after the death of Aquino. And then
Doon ko narinig yung
got
pangalan
involved
mo.
politically,
Yeah.
And then I never really started writing love songs, mga romantic love songs, but really more of
Social awareness.
Yeah, songs of social relevance, mga ganun.
Okay. When you started writing songs of social relevance, were you single or were you married?
I was still single.
Anong sinasabi ng family mo? Kasi delikado di ba? Like bago yung mga, nung time na nabaril si Ninoy, delikadong part yan ng lipunan natin And you were trying to let your voice be heard while other people were trying to, wag natang tayo makialam dyan. What was your motivation?
But the political situation then was really very
Scary.
It wasn't scary enough because when we were young, we had this idealism so we had this fire in us that we, kahit nakaharap natin yung mga pulis na may truncheon and everything, parang wala lahat yun So because the purpose is to have a better, to have a better society, something like that. So kaya wala kang takot And then of course, single, sabi mo ngayon, wala akong asawa, wala akong pamilya. So kahit sumabak talaga, parang walang takot. But more of my involvement before was, to perform in political events, mobilizations like that. And of course, while doing that, I was also a folk singer.
Yes.
Tuloy-tuloy. And then, syempre, nung time na yun, nakakatuwa din because the audience, every time we sing Bayan Ko, lahat tumatayo and then lahat ng mga anong tawag dito, mga napkins, punit lahat yun, nagiging confetti. Doon sa father's mustache. And so, parang yun ang, it gives you more fire and to continue. But hanggang doon, and then of course I carried that over until now, and I still write songs, but not but more on now on the environment, etc.
Jazz na ngayon si Jazzer na ngayon.
Ibang advocacy na.
So nung nag-ano kayo, nagpa-father's mustache kayo, nakikita mo yung mga ginagawa niya as an activist, what was going through your head?
Hindi ko alam na activist.
Hindi mo so hindi mo pinipreach sa father's mustache yung ginagawa mo sa labas?
Hindi naman kasi nung time na yun.
Yung base ng father's mustache, naging kaibigan ko yung mga kasama niya, sila Dante.
Yes, yun nga.
I know them all.
Pero hindi kayo naging close?
Oo naman. Medyo, oo.
Pero hindi rin talaga kami ganun ka naging close.
Isipin mo kung naging close kayo, no? Siguro yun
din. Anak na kami ngayon.
Visit AbbotEServices.com for fast medical transcription service. This podcast episode is brought to you by AB Music Creative.